5 wrestlers you didn't know were adopted. Did you know that these 5 men were adopted? We are all enthralled by the on-screen lives of professional wrestlers. Their characters, their in-ring work, their promos. All of these things combine to create an illusion that captures our attention and imagination. But, more and more, professional wrestling fans are digging deeper into the personal lives of their favorite wrestlers. Where do they live? How much did they earn? Who are they dating? We want to know all that there is to know about our favorite wrestling personalities, even away from the squared circle. With that in mind, we have decided to get in depth about the early lives of some of the most famous wrestlers of all time. So, without any further ado, here is our list of 5 wrestlers you didn't know were adopted. 5. Ken Shamrock. You all remember Ken Shamrock, right? The most dangerous man in the world. The guy who became a household name in both the UFC and the WWE more than a decade before Brock Lesnar did the same. Well, he's actually adopted. After his father abandoned his family, his mother moved in with his stepfather, with whom Shamrock, born Kenneth Wayne Kilpatrick, never got along. This led to him being kicked out of the house and living in cars before ending up at the Shamrock's boys' home. Here, Bob Shamrock adopted young Ken legally, and that's where Shamrock's last name comes from. 4. Ted DiBiase. The $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase is one of the most famous wrestlers of all time. He made a real name for himself as a top-level heel during the 1980s and 1990s, but his life could have turned out very differently. He was adopted at an early age by the legendary Iron Mike DiBiase, and that's where his foray into wrestling commenced. He became a second-generation wrestler who wanted to emulate what his adoptive father did for a living and succeeded. Unfortunately, his father would never see his success as he passed away from a heart attack inside the ring when Ted was just 15 years old. 3. Tom Otunga. For those of you unfamiliar with New Japan Pro Wrestling, Tom Otunga is a hugely popular wrestler in the Asian promotion as a part of the Bullet Club and a multi-time IWGP World Tag Team Champion, teaming with Tangaroa as the Gorillas of Destiny subgroup. His name is in honor of his homeland, the nation of Tonga. It was where he was born but moved to the United States at a young age when former WWE wrestler Haku adopted him on a visit to the island nation. From there he would go on to follow his father into the business. 2. Ric Flair. The legendary Ric Flair needs no introduction to fans of professional wrestling. The Nature Boy is widely considered one of the greatest performers of all time, after all. But, his early life was a very different affair. He was born either Fred Phillips, Fred DeMaria Fred Stewart, and was adopted by the Flair family thanks to the efforts of the Tennessee Children's Home Society, widely believed to be involved in the kidnapping of young children. But, his adopted family gave him all the encouragement he needed to pursue his dream of becoming a professional wrestler. 1. Vince McMahon. Wait, what? Vince McMahon was adopted? Well, not quite. This is a complicated story. You see, his biological father, Vince McMahon Sr., abandoned the family when JR was still a child and didn't come back into his life until he was 12 years old. In the interim period, the future chairman of the WWE was adopted by a string of stepfathers. He once claimed that Vinnie Lupton, one of his stepfathers, was abusive. It is unfortunate that he died before I could kill him. I would have enjoyed that, he said. Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for more videos if you enjoyed this video for more daily content, and always like, comment and share.